Okay, imagine that you are playing this video game and the objective is to complete this game, beat this game as soon as possible in as little time. Okay, there's two ways you can play this game. You can play this game like a Jerry, or you can play this game like a Da Vinci. Now, what a Jerry does, bro, is he completely forgets the objective, which is to beat this game as quick as possible. What he does is he finds a butterfly flying into the woods and he chases it in search of this side quest. He's completing all of these side quests, completely ignoring the missions. He's free roaming around the open world, looking at mountains, rivers, diving, and whatever, bro. He tried playing the story missions. It was a bit hard. So what he did instead is instead of playing the story missions, once again, he started doing all of these activities and completely forgot that the objective was to beat the game as soon as possible. The other way you can beat this game is like a Da Vinci. So what a Da Vinci does is he focuses on just the story missions. He does not waver. He does not do any side quests. He does not go in search of a random mystic armor or sword. He just focuses on the story. Every upgrade that he does, every unlock that he gets, it's all focused on the story. And even though the missions get hard and Da Vinci dies, he has a smile on his face because he knows that every step is bringing me closer to the objective, which is to beat the damn game as quick as possible. And eventually, he does that in much quicker time as a Jerry. Now, you're probably wondering, oh wow, bro, Jerry's so stupid. Like, why didn't Jerry just focus on the story missions? Why was he pursuing these side quests, right? But bro, from where I'm observing, you're a Jerry too. Because right now, the way that you're trying to learn sculpting is by focusing on the side missions. You're focusing on remembering the name of the bones and the muscles, the skeletons, studying the skeletons, the fat pads. Maybe here and there you try to sculpt Spider-Man, your favorite superhero, although you don't know how to sculpt anything yet. You don't know the basic proportions. You haven't even beat the game, and you're focusing on side quests. And here and there, maybe you try some product rendering as well, some cute characters, some realistic stuff here. And yeah, it's not working for you. Okay, and the reason that you're struggling right now is, and even though you're practicing, you need to realize that you're practicing the side quests. So the question now arises, hey Ishaq, how do I know what is the main story and what is the side quests? Good question. The answer to that is the Pareto's principle. Now, what does the Pareto principle mean? I will explain this. It's very easy. The Pareto principle basically tells you that only 20% of whatever effort you put in something will produce you 80% of the results, and vice versa. So 20% of that stuff will get you 80% results, whereas 80% stuff, 80% things will get you a measly 20%. Now, what does this mean? In terms of video games, let's continue with the video game analogy. The 20% things that is going to get you 80% result is the story missions and the story focused upgrades. Now, if you've beat a game and you've beat the story and you look at the game completion rate, you're going to notice it's not that much. The rest of the game is in the side quests. It's in unlocking armors, it's unlocking the skins, exploring the maps and the Easter eggs. When you complete a game 100%, okay, there's two ways you can beat a game. You can beat a game by focusing on the story, and that is quick and fast. Or if you want to beat the game 100%, bro, you can grind. I don't know, you want the platinum trophy, whatever. You have to complete all of these things, and it's going to take you much longer. Okay, the same thing goes for sculpting. So when you're sculpting, only 20% of things is going to produce you 80% results. So if you want to make sculptures like this, you only need to focus on 20% things. And what are those 20% things? Those are the basics, the fundamentals. You skip these, you will never make a good sculpture. Realize, bro, that everything that you learn, the how to add pores, wrinkles, skins, they do not matter. If this face sucks, okay, no matter how many pores I add to it, no matter how many wrinkles I add to it, it's not going to make sense. It's still going to look like shit. The way that I want you to think of this is, bro, if you have a piece of shit, right, and you put flowers on that piece of shit, it is still shit. So you need to focus on the basics. The 20% that is going to get you results like these is just focusing on the basics, focusing on the proportions, focusing on the forms and shapes, learning like an artist, not like a doctor and a retard. is you're training your observation skills and practicing deliberately. You do just these things, I promise you will get results like this quicker than you've ever imagined. And what is the 80% stuff that is going to get you only a measly 20% result? That is focusing on lighting and rendering, name of the bones and the muscles, the sternocleidomastoid, I don't know, the pectoralis major, stupid. The name of the muscles, the name of the fat pads, making celebrity sculpts when you don't even know the basics. You skip these and you skip these. You skip this 20%, right? And you try any of this, you are going to fail. And you know this already because you are doing this. You are avoiding all of this. Now, the thing about the story missions, I told you that Jerry, when he found that the mission was a bit hard and it was a bit boring, he quit the game and he never completed the objective. But for Da Vinci, he was excited because he knew that every step is bringing him closer to his goal. When your goal is to make characters like this, I get it, bro. Maybe these 20% things can be a bit boring. I agree. Okay. But I promise you, this is what is going to get you results. Some of these things, they sound a bit too tempting. Like for me, lighting and rendering is very exciting. But when I was learning, you can see my journey here. I was lighting up till here. And then I realized, bro, that I'm not struggling with lighting. I'm struggling with sculpting. This is bullshit. So instead of focusing on lighting, I haven't lit any of my models since. I only do it when I want to make an effort to present. But other than that, you can see most of my sculpts, I do not even light them. I just turn on the viewport shadow and that is enough. Okay. When you're focusing on learning to sculpt, only focus on the sculpting part. Only focus on the 20% that is going to get you 80% result. This is how you practice less and you improve more, because you're only practicing the things that is actually moving you forwards and not wasting your time like a Jerry. Okay. Learning software, I have to learn ZBrush, Marvelous Designer, Substance Painter. Bro, forget all of this. Just learn Blender. Watching random tutorials, watching random courses, buying networks. You get the gist. All of this is the slow lane. This is the slow path. If you are on this, you will feel like, bro, I'm practicing more. I'm not learning. I've been on this for a while and I'm still not learning. This is what happens then. But when you practice just this, you grow instantly. You level up in such a speed, you'll shock yourself. Okay. Now just imagine two versions of yourself. Okay. One version of you is a Jerry and one version of you is a Da Vinci. Where do I place myself? Okay. This looks like a nice, okay. This works. Okay. Just imagine these two versions of yourself. All you have in a day to practice is 1 hour a day. Okay. You have 1 hour to practice every day. Be honest. In one situation, you focus on just the basics. Every hour that you sit down, you focus on the basics. You learn the proportions. You learn how to observe. You learn the shape and forms, not the names. And you practice deliberately. You don't practice mindlessly, whatever comes to your mind, but you figure out an area that you are weak in. You try to block out the face, it doesn't work, but you practice that face specifically unless you can block out. Like for example, here. This is the best example. So let's say you're stuck here. Okay. Instead of jumping here and practicing this face, you practice this one deliberately. And only once you nail this, once you get this done, then you move to the next step. And when you get this done, then you move to the next step. You do not skip around. You don't be a Jerry. This is one version of you. Okay. And the other version of you, in his hour, what he's doing, he's sculpting a little bit. Then he's lighting and rendering. He's also remembering the name of the bones and the muscles, whatever. Be honest. After a month, who do you think is going to make more progress? Now, I don't need to tell you the answer. I know you know it already. So let's just skip to this. If you want a free structure that is according to the Pareto's principle, that will get you results. You can see the kind of results that the students have gotten in 14, 11, 20 days, 10 days, 15 days. Then you can join my free 1 month challenge. The enrollments will close on 1st January. If you miss this, you'll have to enroll in the next month. Okay. I will also start the batch on 1st January. But if you want to skip ahead, if you want to start immediately, you can benefit from the 40% off that I have on my Da Vinci school. You get additional courses, you get additional support, and you can see the kind of results that the members have gotten there. Okay, you join right now, you lock a subscription for life, the price will not increase for you. And I leave the choice up to you, bro. Good luck. If this video was helpful, comment down, let me know. Here's a fist bump. Goodbye.